it feels like it's always done with a message of safety.
The word freedoms, and then which is rights to own property, rights to the freedom to speech and freedom to associate, all those freedoms, and if you change the word right to privilege, a subtle difference,
yes.
But how does moving away from just having a right to own a property or right to speech, or having a privilege to speak openly, or having a privilege to own a property, how does that subtle word difference, but doesn't look very, at a surface level, when you throw that message out, just put a footnote somewhere, and how does that little difference changes in action?
That's a really good point. So I'm going to give two examples. One's under the Firearms Act and one is under the Criminal Code. And I want to preface it before I get into those and say that it feels like it's always done with a message of safety. This safety overlay that we have over everything is people need to think about it. If you're watching this discussion I'm having with Dev out there, wherever you are, think about how many times safety is used as the reason for doing something that you are reluctant to go along with, or that your gut is telling you, I'm not quite sure about this. Because the safety message is what makes you back down from saying anything, and you need to start thinking about using your words and coming out and saying it. And that shifting of a right to a privilege, it's the bitter pill that people take. They go, yeah, well, I guess I can still do these things because I'm given the privilege to do it, the privilege. So I'll give a legislative example. First, it's the Firearms Act. So I think it's Section 4 or 5 of the Firearms Act.
Can you put the complete name of the Firearms Act?
The Firearms Act 2024. So it's Western Australian legislation, and it's December 2024 is when it got passed from a bill, went from a bill to an act, and it's currently under review at the moment with the Parliamentary Legislation Review Committee. And the section I'm talking about is the objects of the Act. Now, objects within an Act are a number of descriptive points that articulate what that Act is trying to achieve. So it's objectives, but it says objects. So one of the objects, I think it's the first or the second one, it says that firearms ownership is a privilege and not a right, and that the need for public safety will override something about owning a gun. I can't remember the tail end of it. But the important words here are that it says firearms ownership is a privilege and not a right.